Hey guys, so I'm actually going through and catching up on stories that I didn't talk about, and this one is my favorite, but also like my least favorite. Like, this person is so annoying that I just had to talk about it, even though the story is like 2 weeks old. But if you haven't seen it, or you have seen it and you wanted to know what I thought about it, here it is. This person has actually deleted the original video, so I have like a re-upload of it, but the person we're talking about today is At Home with Kim, who has just under 9,000 followers, and it just seems to me like these kind of under 10,000 follower influencers are some of the most entitled people around, and I don't know why that is. You'd think it'd be like the Alex Earls of the world and like the whatever, you know, the people with like the millions of followers. No, it's always the under 10,000 club. That's where it's at. And she has, like I said, deleted the original video, but we have the re-upload of it. So we can't obviously read the whole caption, but it says an hour and 20-minute drive to New York City, $16 for the tolls, $50 for parking. I'm assuming she's complaining about like she's paid all this money and like spent all this time to go to this event, and she felt like it wasn't worth the effort. I don't know, guys. Let's find out.
At this point, I had been in the line almost an hour and a half, and about 45 minutes in, I had decided I was just going to wait it out since I made the trip already, and to film how ridiculous this was going to be, because I could already tell from the people in the line. You go in, you were told to grab a key off the wall and insert it into the matching number of the drawer, and you would get something. Of course, the key didn't work, and I was like, yep, we are still ghetto coming in here. And she was like, oh, no, you're doing it wrong. I was like, I think I flipped the key 8 which ways, but whatever. Finally got it open, and I won a color analysis. So it was an event for waiting and nothing else. And then I went outside and look at all the rest of these people, look at the people in the line, and this is what
I think there's something insane about filming strangers on the street and saying, look at these people in line, as if they're literally like the shit on the bottom of your shoe. Like, I think there's something so tragic about that as a person to do that. Again, we need to be less comfortable filming people in public. Like, this is my job, but this camera, this one right here that you guys are seeing, it never leaves the confines of this room, and I'm just so happy that I don't have to make money by posting myself out in the world. Like, I'm so happy that that's not the way I make money, that I don't have to take my phone out with me and do weird b-roll footage and film strangers on the internet. And that's not to say that I would never post stuff like that, but I'm so glad that that's not the only way that I would make money, and that the way, like, what is my job is here, and I just don't have to do any of this, because I feel like sometimes you just lose track of what is and isn't normal. And it's not normal to film strangers queuing up for an event that they also have a right to be at, and basically make it out like they are like zombies in a zombie apocalypse. You're basically like acting like these are monsters, like these are horrid monsters that you're seeing, when they're just normal people waiting in the same queue as you. Bear in mind, like, you're not special. You didn't get some kind of side entrance to this event. You didn't get some kind of VIP treatment. They were invited to the same event as you. So when you're like, oh my god, look at these people in the queue. No, you're also in that queue. So you're part of this crowd. That's where you belong, with that crowd of people. Just very normal people like you, a very normal person. Like, I don't know why you're trying to put yourself on a moral high ground. And I've been doing this for 7 years, and I've actually lived off this for 7 years. And I feel like I've done all right for myself in all this time. And I wouldn't dare to act like this.
waiting to go in, and I said, I wanted to hand one of them my macro and say, this is what you're waiting for, but I said, you know what, I'm gonna let them be. And I
like, again, still just filming people's faces as these are not influencers, and actually, matter of fact, neither are you. But yeah,
but I just need a drink, so I popped into Jack's wife Frida, and the bartender made me a perfect Cosmo to wind down before I had a serious.
You just know what she thinks she is versus what the reality of what she is. Like, she has probably watched a bit too much Sex in the City. She's trying to do the New York Carrie. Actually, she's trying to do the New York Charlotte lifestyle. Oh, this is the perfect Cosmo. Like, do you even like a Cosmo, or are you just buying a Cosmo because you think that's what you should be drinking? Like, is anything about your life stuff that you want to do, or is everything about your life what you think you should be doing to look like a cool influencer? Anyway, that's just a thought.
What an utter, and I should have gotten the hint when I saw every Joe Schmo from off the street that literally looked like they rolled out of bed fucking homeless, waiting in line to get into the—
Oh, okay. So you're a bitch. That's interesting. Every Joe Schmo that rolled out of bed. I just want to remind you that you were in the same queue as them, babe. You're the Joe Schmo that rolled out of bed looking homeless. Like, that's you, babe. You're in that same queue with them. Like I said, Marshalls didn't give you a special invite. They didn't make you come in from the side door. Like, babe, you were the Joe Schmo with 8,000 followers. Like, that's you, babe.
PSA to Marshalls, if you're gonna go ahead and slide in the DMs of a creator that you see on here, a content creator tagging you constantly in videos, and you're gonna go ahead and say, we invite you in capital letters to this event and join us, please.
Also, if you were in this industry, as long as, you know, some of us have been, and like, even though I don't leave the confines of this room, like with my camera. I've been invited to plenty of events by big brands like that were actual like influencer only events. Like it was only influencers going to these events, and I would usually only post those on my stories and stuff. But typically when you get invited to those events, they don't send you a DM saying, we want you to come to this event. Like, no, they'll send you an email that says, hey, Angelika, like, we have this event coming up. Would you like to come? We have these gift bags and whatnot, blah, blah. They make it very personalized to you. If you get a DM from a brand that says, we want you in capital letters, that's because they literally copied and pasted that DM to every Joe Schmo. Every Joe Schmo on the street.
Waste our time. We spend a lot of our time curating content, editing, filming, posting, and for you to waste our time with this is such a slap in the face. I feel like I never want to shop at Marshall's again. That's exactly how I feel. Color analysis. Babe, stop. Please make sure that you have a content creator day and that you also have a day where any schmuck could come in. I'm peanuts. I am nobody on here. And I know that such a big brand like Marshall's, for them to do that, and I can tell who was a content creator in the line and who wasn't. You can tell by how we dress, you can tell by our hair, you can tell by, but 80% of the line, I really don't mean to be mean. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, and everyone has their own lives and everyone has their own means to get by, and I am not a materialistic person, but when you contact content creators and invite them to places, I can't wait to get home.
Okay, it obviously cuts out in a few places. I think they like cut it down a bit, but it doesn't actually take away from the context of what she's saying. Like she claims later on, she's like, people re-uploaded this, they took the context out of it. Babe, the context is there. You called people schmucks and Joe Schmoes on multiple occasions. Babe, the context is right there. I'm seeing it with my own two eyes and my own two ears is what I'm hearing. And I love when people do videos like this, because we've had this type of influencer like crashing out over stuff that just isn't important in life, and they always end the video with, and I'm not trying to be mean, and like I'm not materialistic, so what the fuck is this? Like, what was this whole video then? That's what I want to know. I'm just asking questions, you don't have to answer. She then responds to the backlash that she has received.
Happy Monday. I am coming on here for a few reasons. Being told to take accountability, and I will. I think that my video was taken out of context. That's not what I meant. And I wasn't trying to directly call those people homeless, or as someone told me that I called them ghetto and not the event.
I love when people get cancelled and then their first excuse is, this was taken out of context. You provide the context. So you filmed the video and then people didn't like it. That was how much more context do you want us to have? Did you want me to follow you around the event and gather my own context? What did you want me to fucking do? If you want more context out there, post it. I didn't call those people schmucks and Joe Schmoes. You literally walked down a line of people, showed their face to your 8,000 followers and went, oh, these people look like fucking shit, basically. These people look like they just rolled out of no, I'm actually laughing because it's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Please, we need to start getting rid of influencers. Like that is the tea in the shade of it all. I just think there should be stricter guidelines to who is and isn't allowed to be an influencer. And you, sorry, my lady, have not made the cut. Get out. Actually, she took herself out of the influencer game, and that's in the next video. So I'm getting ahead of it now. But yeah.
Or the key not working, which is what I meant. But because my video was clipped and edited to make it seem like that, and you guys just went with it, that's just the...
No, like I think people just took context clues. Like I think that's one thing that you don't understand is like context clues. Like yeah, you called the event ghetto, but you also called the people there homeless. So you might as well have been calling them ghetto, babe. You might as well have. Hope that helps. That's how we use context clues around here.
The result of that is me getting all of this backlash and threats. And I'll probably still continue to get threats from this, but TikTok has pretty decent cyberbullying guidelines on there, and we'll continue to do what we need to do, and anything else that we need to do as far as harassment.
And we'll continue to do what we need to do. Are you the president of the United States of America? What do you mean we? Do you have some kind of secret agents working behind the scenes, taking people out for leaving a hate comment? You don't, babe.
So I apologize if I came off that I was calling people any sort of derogatory thing. That's not what I meant.
Let's rewind that apology back. I just want to hear it again.
So I apologize if I came off that I was calling people...
I apologize, question mark. Should I put a bit of a question? I apologize if I came across as calling people homeless schmucks. Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute.
What an utter... And I should have gotten the hint when I saw every Joe Schmo from off the street that literally looked like they rolled out of bed fucking homeless, waiting in line to get into this thing.
So I apologize if the way I said things came across as me calling people Joe Schmo Schmucks fucking homeless rolled out of bed like that in the morning. God. Okay.
Any sort of derogatory thing. That's not what I meant. I apologize if I've hurt anyone's feelings. That was not my intention at all. I think that clip of that it was cut really made it seem like that's all the whole video was, and it really wasn't. If you were able to watch the entire video, it was an overall projection of the situation that I was put in. The whole experience was not for a creator, which is what I was invited to as. And for those of you that are like, it was advertised and it's a discount store and it's a pop-up and you should know that, and who are you when you're not a creator? Why would they just invite you? All those things. And that's fine. I get that when people that don't create don't know what it is to even have 2,000 followers and get sent PR and get invited to events. I have been invited to several events and have gone to several events that also, for the ones that are in public relations and social media managers on here that are saying that's not really how you get an invite. I have been invited to quite a few events via DM that have been solely and exclusively for content creators. So my bad for not going ahead and doubting or asking marshals who it is that will be there, what the details will be. Here is a screenshot of the invite that they sent me, not only on TikTok, but also on Instagram.
Hi, we know how much you love Marshalls and fashion, so we'd love to personally invite you. They couldn't even take out the you and just put in your name when they were copy and pasting this to everyone. To Marshall's Style Closet, a one-day experience. So not an influencer event, an experience. Okay, so read the context clues. That brings fall's biggest trends to life. Join us at blah, blah, blah. We can't wait to see you there.
I think that my frustration was very valid. I think that anybody who puts a lot of time and effort into making sure that they show up and it not be that would be upset as well. I didn't mean for it to come off that way, and it did for some people. And so I apologize for that. If there was any other issue other than what I truly was explaining and what I truly felt, then Marshalls wouldn't have responded with sending me a large gift card. It also sent an apology as well.
We're so sorry to hear about your experience. We'd love to try and make it up to you with the Marshalls gift card. Could you please share your email address so we can send it your way? Again, this is just what happens when I message Uber Eats because they messed up my order. They're like, we're so sorry to hear about your experience. They just want to get it over and done with. You're not special. They're not like, oh my God, she's really going to get us cancelled here. They're just like, oh, just send her a gift card and let's just have it over and done with.
So I think that I was valid in what I was upset for. I was expecting to go to a space that was created for content creators, as I was personally invited. I was not aware that it was a public...
You weren't personally invited per se. You were sent a group invite individually because they didn't even have your name in it. They weren't even like, hey, Kim, we love your content. We have this influencer event happening on this and this day. Would you like to join us? They said, we love your fashion content. Would you like to come? This was group copy and pasted.
That across the board, anyone could agree that when your time is wasted and resources are wasted and when they're limited to begin with, I think that anyone could understand getting overly upset, maybe over exaggerating. Want to thank Marshalls for reaching out to me and understanding where I was coming from clearly. And hopefully that this is a turning point, not only for them, but for any other brand that sends out an invitation to obvious content creators and it be curated solely for them. Because when we go there to create content, it's not a stop along the way for us. And so hopefully that's something that happens in the future with them. As far as the gift card that I was provided, I yesterday went to my followers to see how they could help me give it as a giveaway because I want to do that. I don't want the gift card. I had so many messages about women saying that I should just go ahead and buy a bunch of things off of a wish list for a women's shelter or for babies in need or children in need. And I think that that's a great idea. And again, this might not suffice for people. I know that people are still going to be upset, find a way to be upset.
I think it's her tone of voice that does it for me. I keep on giggling and chuckling because it's her tone of voice. It's and I think that's a great idea. And everything's very, you don't mean any of this. And what's the point? Don't talk into my ear about stuff that you don't mean.
To mince and cherry pick and turn all my words in this video and find a way to take it still as a personal attack to them and validate then their personal attack to me. I will continue to block. I will continue to do what it is that I have to do and that I'm doing. It should be known that it's okay to be upset and it's okay to disagree with people's opinions and with people's words, but also a First Amendment right
for me to be able to say what I want as well as you guys. But I think it crosses the line when you're actively seeking people out and threatening them and their family and with children involved. I think you just miss the point.
The threats again, like this happens every drama we have. Someone will be like, I'm getting threats, I'm getting blah 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 blah. It just doesn't land with me the way it might land with some people, and it doesn't land with me the way they maybe want it to land, because I just don't care. At this point in my career, I just simply don't care. I think if you did something wrong, and also it's like you claim to be this influencer that knows everything, and like you're like in the industry, and you tell me you don't know that people are going to send you death threats. Because I've been doing this for 7 years. One day into posting videos, I was getting death threats. It's been 7 years. I don't even register anymore. If I see a go kill yourself, it doesn't register in my brain. If I see a I hope you die, I just don't fucking care. But you claim to be a seasoned vet in influencing, and yet you bring that up as some kind of a gotcha. If you have a go at me, screw you, you're a bad person because I'm getting threats. Like, who isn't getting threats on the internet? Who isn't getting threats? And it happens every drama. I'm getting threats every single time. And it's starting to like get to the point where I just don't care, and it's sad because everyone uses an excuse, and I just don't care anymore.
And it's over the line. If you're trying to be morally righteous over someone, I think that when you're starting to threaten people, you're crossing the line, and it's not deserved. I had an opinion on something that happened to me. I wasn't on here cyberbullying people, and I never will do that. I choose to use my platform to create content that I truly enjoy of my life. I don't solely open an account to channel any anger or hate towards people. I posted one video of an opinion, and I may have hurt people's feelings, and I apologize for that, but I'm not on here seeking people out and using my platform to just spread hate. The support that I have from my husband, from my family, from my friends, and for my followers, my true followers, the army that I have behind me, the DMs that I've been sent, you guys, thank you. I appreciate you.
I'm over it. Right. This was then the next TikTok up, and she posted that she's essentially leaving. So I'll read the caption first, actually. That will help. They'll say you are nobody, but your mere opinion triggered them. They'll say you've achieved nothing, but take time of their day just for you. They'll threaten you and the ones you hold dear, then ask why you are so bothered. They'll think they're being a hero, not realizing they're just keyboard warriors. They'll think they won, but they've just left it up to God to care for their glass houses. Their hate, harassment, threats, and attention prove that I'm exactly who I think I am. A bitch. No, she didn't say that. That was all me. Hi friends, I've decided to leave the platform. Not in defeat, but in peace. A smear campaign tried to define me. After receiving a smear campaign. Ooh. Like, no, that's just a video that you posted. It's a video you posted, and you called people Joe Schmo homeless fucks. No, you didn't. You said Joe Schmo's schmucks and homeless people. That's what you said. After receiving threats directed at me and my family, I reported everything. TikTok reviewed the situation and found no violations for the majority of them. Oh, I thought you had people though. I thought you and your people had it sorted. That's why I said, like, you're acting like you were literally the president. Babe, you're a Joe Schmo schmuck with 8,000 followers. TikTok doesn't care. I love being a bitch back to people that are bitches though. Like, I hope you guys don't take this seriously. I just think it's like funny. The platform continues to uplift creators who build their following through hate, harassment, and bullying. That's me. I build my career, my platform through hate, harassment, and bullying. That's me. Big bully Angelika. That's what I do. This isn't just about me, it's about a system that fails to protect the people it profits from and protects the liberal mindset and their actions. There we go. I saw that flag at the beginning. It's just like, again, like, I don't actually, because I think a lot of people are going to take this as like a political thing, as like a, oh, you just hate all Republicans, you hate all blah blah. I just think there are certain groups of people that behave a certain way, and it's so stereotypical that like it just constantly happens. And like this lack of accountability, like, it had nothing to do with politics. I don't know why you've brought politics into it, because it had fuck all to do with it. You were just being a bitch and people called it out, and now you're doing this whole like First Amendment, free speech, liberal mindset. It's not a liberal mindset to not be a cunt. Like, let's just be fucking for real for a minute. Not everything has to be a politics. And it's like a common argument from the right-wing crowd is that the left makes everything about politics, and whatever you think about that, you think about that. But then, like, what the fuck is this? This had nothing to do with politics. It had absolutely fuck all to do with politics, and you've brought politics into it. So you're basically the lefties that you complain about. Can we all just stop? Should put a fucking break on it. This absence became a gift. I remembered how simple life can be beyond the screen. She basically is the definition of like, go outside and touch some grass. She touched grass and she was like, oh, that's actually quite nice. The time away has given me space to breathe, heal, and rediscover what truly matters. I've realized that stepping back is not a loss, it's a gift. And I'm genuinely happy to continue my journey without the platform. Oh, okay. I guess I just can't read the last post. That's fine. It's not like there's anything fucking important in there. I think a lot of people assumed that the way she was able to maintain this career as a content creator with about 8,000 followers because her husband's probably like the breadwinner, which now makes sense with her being right-wing. I guess it makes sense that he would be the breadwinner and this is just like a little side gig that she does. So I think she'll be fine. I think she'll be fine. There's no need to panic. She'll be okay. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Subscribe to the bell icon for engagement. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.